We have a need for an executive session to discuss pending litigation.
I'll move it.
Moved by Steve and seconded by Mary Faith.
You're going into the executives?
We're gonna talk about litigation.
Somebody's out here from
Okay.
a sec. I'll just say.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. If not, we'll have motion to adjourn. Moved by Mary Faith. Seconded by Jean. All in favor?
Sure got my vote in.
All in favor? Opposed? Carried. We're adjourned.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Got an audit committee.
Yeah, we've got audits.
Did we lose our
Thank you.
auditors?
They used to be.
No, they're there.
No, there you go.
Okay.
So you wanna, we'll commence the audit committee meeting?
You can commence the audit committee.
Okay. Mo, we have Greg Evans with us.
Yeah.
We don't need to be recording the audit committee, right?
Yeah, no, record, yeah, record.
So we're gonna stay recording them.
Okay.
Anybody that's had Kim Rogers, Darcy.
So Greg is here to give us the
They're all
pre-entry meeting prior to beginning the field work.
Yes, it's hard for the, on the, screen, it's hard to hear with the other background noise.
Hey, Steve. Sorry, they're trying to.
Are we starting?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were taking a break. You guys are tough. Wow. Sorry, Greg.
Okay.
We're gonna get her done.
It's been a boisterous meeting today.
Thank you. Good luck to your daughter too. Looking over. She's having a girl.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I asked Greg if he would join us for just a quick, entrance conference meeting, so that we can formally kick off the audit. We have, received a lot of requests on the portal. That's how we really get a lot of our documentation and correspondence over to the auditors for them to do their work. So once we do this, we do have the engagement letter that Shauna has signed, but it also has to be signed by Dave as the governance side. So he'll sign it and we'll get that over to Bonadio and then we'll start running the reports. But I'll turn it over to Greg for him to just go through the, you know, the scope or, you know, the procedures or whatever he'd like to communicate with the committee.
Okay, thanks, Maureen. So again, I'm Greg Evans from the Bonadio Group. I am your engagement partner. As noted, your audit is due March 31st, so we have a pretty quick turnaround here to get the audit done. I don't foresee any issues doing that. Shauna and Maureen are generally very cooperative in getting this done, which is sort of the key to this fast 90-day turnaround. As Maureen mentioned in the engagement letter that will be signed, there's a couple of things in there that I just want to point out that are new within the last year or so. We do have to communicate risks at the start of the audit to those in charge of governance. Two of those risks that auditing standards generally require us to look at are management override of controls and improper recognition of revenue. I don't have any concerns about that with your organization, but I do need to address them in my audit. And the way we do that is we look at the design and effectiveness of your internal controls. We'll factor that in when we do our risk assessment, which will generate our audit programs, which will get us to the point in time where I give you an opinion that says that your numbers are fairly presented. So that's the really fast overview of what's going to happen in the next few weeks here. And the other important part of this meeting too is to, you know, give you access to me to let me know if you have any concerns that I should look at in, you know, as we perform our audit procedures. So I can kick it back over to the board and see if we have any of those concerns or if you have any questions about the audit process.
I don't have any concerns. I don't know if the other members have any.
Nope. No, good.
We have full confidence.
as do I.
I can also provide you Greg's email and contact information in case you did want to contact him, privately or without, us, being included on the meeting. So that's an option too. I can just provide for you.
Sure, go ahead and do it.
Okay.
We won't, go ahead. Good step. I don't think Greg, when do you anticipate wrapping up the field work?
We're going to start next week. I would say, by the end of February, everything should be in pretty good shape.
Okay,
Yes, so we'll try to reconvene with the audit committee, probably mid-March, so that we can get the report in a good place. Make sure that there's no edits or concerns from, the audit committee, so that we can have that finalized for that March 31st deadline.
okay. Because they'll get approved the 28th, right? And then you file them the 31st. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's our next meeting, March 28th.
I
What kind of
hope
tax
that-
return do we file?
We don't. We
We
don't.
Look, yes.
The best case. Okay, I don't know, do you guys have any other further questions?
No.
I think we're good.
Shauna, do we have to end this meeting and then open the LDC audit meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so moved.
Yeah, second, closed. Are we back on now? Okay, we'll convene the LDC Audit Committee meeting. And we have Maureen and Greg Evans online, and Greg will give us an overview of the audit process.
Okay, so similar to what we discussed with the IDA, we will be performing a risk assessment. Again, looking at management override of controls, revenue recognition. We do have the portal set up for Maureen to upload those documents. This audit will likely, we're scheduled to start 2 weeks from today, but we'll sort of, work on it as information becomes available, again, to try to meet that March 31st deadline. Relative to the LDC, again, no real concerns in terms of completing the audit, and no new accounting pronouncements that I think will have a material effect on your financial statement. So again, I'll ask the board to, or the committee to let me know if you have concerns that we should look at relative to the LDC.
I think I can speak for the committee and say we don't. Yeah. Same staff gonna be doing both organizations?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right,
Unfortunately, the manager that has completed the audit for the past couple of years is no longer with the firm. So we have a little bit of a transition, but I think things will go just fine.
okay. Either other members have any questions? Nope. Okay, then I think we're good to go.